all of you all that are gonna go home and write a biography on how wrong this is, you guys can kick rocks.
It only took a single ranking to send an entire fan base into a frenzy. WNBA legend Candace Parker looked at Angel Reese, often dubbed the double-double queen, and placed her in the C tier. Not a superstar, not even close. While Reese's fans were cheering her latest stat line, Parker was calling out the reality that many didn't want to face.
Then you got Angel Reese. I put her right at that C level. I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option.
Behind all those flashy stats, the Chicago Sky continued piling up losses. The more you look, the more the story falls apart. Those double-doubles might look impressive on paper, but they don't translate into wins. This isn't just a hot take. Candace Parker may have just lifted the veil on one of the biggest illusions in women's basketball.
Angel Reese was back to doing Angel Reese things, blowing layups, getting her own rebounds. They've turned her into a point forward. She had 9 turnovers last night. I think her plus minus was minus 19. But all we keep hearing about, she now has 2 double-double streaks of more than 10 games or 10 games plus. She had one last year. Now she has one this year. She's the first WNBA player to ever do this. She got the brakes beaten off of her. And awful. If you watch the game, she was awful. We need to quit celebrating these little distinctions.
Candace Parker, 7-time All-Star and 2-time MVP, did what no one else had the guts to do. She ranked Angel Reese as a C-tier player. Not B, not a C. The backlash was immediate. Reese's fans, accustomed to seeing her praised on every sports show, flooded social media, labeling Parker a hater, a sellout, anything to defend their star. But Parker didn't back down. She stood firm even as the internet exploded. Why would one of basketball's most respected voices risk angering an entire fan base? The answer left everyone stunned.
Chicago Sky, y'all stink, bro. Y'all, look, there's trash and then there's trash. You know what I'm saying?
But Parker's critique wasn't personal. It was grounded in facts. Unlike the talking heads chasing clicks, Candace Parker's opinion carries weight. She's been through the grind, carried teams, and won championships. Her message was clear and brutal. To rank above C-tier, a player has to be more than just a stat chaser. You need to lift your team, lead them through challenges, and make your teammates better.
Afisa Collier, she's up there with top tier with Asia, Brianna Stewart, the versatility, reigning champion from last year. She's got 3 of them things. Caitlin Clark is at an A level. I think in time she's going to raise up to that S, but in order to put her at that level, she's got to have a couple more years. So
Parker acknowledged Angel Reese's double-doubles, but she didn't shy away from the hard truth. Those numbers aren't translating into wins. In fact, they might be masking the bigger picture. A closer look at the stats is revealing. Reese racks up double-doubles nearly every night, but dig deeper, and a different story emerges. In a shocking game against the Minnesota Lynx, she committed 9 turnovers, and her plus-minus was minus 19.
But let's quit pretending like this is some sort of history we're seeing from Angel Reese with these double-doubles. It's not. It's a nice little stat that's pretty irrelevant, doesn't lead to victories, they lost by 20-some-odd points last night to the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx pretty much controlled that entire game. Angel Reese was no factor. We need to quit celebrating. Oh, she got a double-double. Well, yeah, they kept her in the fourth quarter when they were down by 20, and she, got a bucket or 2 and got to double-digit points.
The box score looked impressive, but the scoreboard told a different story. The Chicago Sky fell by 23 points. This wasn't just an off night. It was a recurring pattern. Game after game, Angel Reese's stats accumulated, but so did the losses. Coaches and analysts began to see the truth. These numbers were hollow. They weren't driving victories. If anything, they were masking a much deeper issue.
Yeah, Angel Reese is a 1 or a 2 option. She's not carrying her team to victories, though. She's not carrying her teams to W's, though. We're halfway through the season, and the Chicago Sky are in single-digit wins.
But why isn't anyone in Chicago fixing it? That's where the story gets complicated. Inside the Chicago Sky, coaches kept downplaying turnover disasters and defensive lapses, pointing to Angel Reese's double-doubles as if they were a shield against criticism. Behind closed doors, however, frustration was mounting. Teammates watched possessions slip away, team chemistry unravel, and winnable games turn into humiliating losses. A question began to surface. Were the coaches more focused on promoting Reese's brand than on building a winning team?
And the Feast Colliers stood on business today. They destroyed the Chicago Sky. Angel Reese had 9 turnovers. Listen, y'all got to stop with this point forward foolishness, man.
As the losses piled up, more people began speaking out. Once Candace Parker broke the silence, other analysts followed suit. Suddenly, it became acceptable to voice what insiders had quietly suspected for months. Angel Reese isn't a true franchise player. She's a role player being presented as a superstar. Experts noted that opponents were specifically targeting Reese, forcing her into errors because they knew she would falter. The statistics confirmed it. The Chicago Sky actually performed better when Reese played fewer minutes. This completely contradicted the narrative the media had been promoting. So, how did so many get deceived? Much of the credit, or blame, goes to the league's marketing machine. The WNBA saw a business opportunity in a Clark versus Reese rivalry, branding Reese as Double-Double Barbie, pumping out highlight reels and spinning stories around every play. But true greatness can't be created artificially. Indiana Fever fans are witnessing a blueprint for genuine success. Caitlin Clark's influence goes far beyond her personal stats. She lifts her teammates, turns them into threats, and makes the entire team more formidable. That's what truly separates franchise players from flashy stat sheet heroes. The Fever are building something sustainable, while the Sky remains stuck in a cycle of hype and letdowns. The league's future favors players who make everyone around them better, not just themselves. And here's the uncomfortable truth. When you strip away the marketing, social media buzz, and empty stats, the reality is clear. Angel Reese's double-doubles don't necessarily lead to wins. The Sky perform better when she isn't the focal point of the offense. The WNBA's effort to create a superstar has shown just how easily flashy numbers can mislead casual fans. True legends change the game by elevating their teams, not just themselves. Now the truth is out, and fans are beginning to see through the noise. If you want to celebrate real greatness over hype, weigh in below. Who do you think is the true game changer in the WNBA? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next story uncovering what's really happening in the league. True legends, the ones who genuinely change the game, do so by elevating their teams, not just themselves. The truth is finally emerging, and fans are starting to see past all the noise. If you're ready to celebrate real greatness over empty hype, share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is the ultimate game changer in the WNBA? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next story revealing what's really going on in the league.